Journal entry, 2nd of the month of December, in the year of our Lord, 1176. With every report, we uncover more and more of the demonic influence that is corrupting the French lands. Nobility is engaged in the most unholy acts, and it is clear that the old King Benoit and his court is at the center of it. Yet, an opportunity has arisen. My spies have brought word that the French are mobilizing against Burgundy to retake the lands of Duke Claude, who is vassal to the Kaiser. The French ranks have swelled in recent years, and the men fight with a demonic madness, making them a formidable foe. Yet, if they can exhaust their strength against House Otakaren, we can rally any who still believe in the Lord and challenge the weakened forces of evil in the field of battle. Offa, my trusted steward, is doing his utmost to fill the coffers for war. May we prevail in these dark times. A French knight, seeing the evil in the lands, has asked for the hand of my sister Juliana, and his lord has accepted, and as such the two of them shall be wed and joined in holy matrimony. Obviously, Juliana used to be married to the hang on, we go over here. Juliana used to be married to Louis de Rosselot, my court poet, but it seems that she has been, since he has died, she has been lonely, and that particular knight had looked for a reason to leave the French court, and as such the two of them have found each other. I am all for it, and one more capable blade in our armies certainly can't hurt either. We have, not the armies that I was wishing for, because if we are going to go up against the French, this is going to be a significant endeavor. But if the French are bringing in their troops against the Kaiser, who does not have the troops to necessarily easily stand up to them in the field. But if he can weaken the French somewhat, especially that they're fighting over Burgundy, then we can hopefully swoop in and bring our own troops to bear in order to wipe out the weakened French after their battle. And obviously we can ask Italy for support as well. The bigger problem is the war chest, or rather the lack thereof, because we have only 129 gold, and things obviously will cost a little bit more once we are at war. My spymaster has come to me with a discovery, certain that my wet nurse is scheming against Bernard Easy. How does that come to pass? Does she have a rivalry with him? Not quite. Why would she scheme? I'm not going to throw her in. Well, she hasn't murdered anything so far. It's just an accusation. Bernard Easy has a rival, which is Princess Navarre. Actually, she doesn't get along. He doesn't get along with my sister very well, but he is my friend. I don't see why she would be involved in this. So far it's just an accusation. I can hang on, what do we know about the scheme? The scheme isn't going anywhere right now, so because we have redoubled the guards in these dark times, so the murder schemes are not really getting anywhere. We will. That said, my spymaster generally knows what he's talking about. So yeah, we'll let it be known that she was part of this, and we have a new martial perk. Now here comes the question. I did want to get down to prepared conscription because that is going to help with maintenance, obviously, while we're out. but the war might come in faster than expected. So I do also want the household guards for additional knights. And I think we might take that first and then go down here. I do want engineered for destruction as well, since we are going to be besieging places quite a bit. But for now, we're going to go with a household guard. That gets us 19 knights. Obviously, the acclaimed knights are there by default, but we have some very capable men in our ranks at this point. So and we can probably still get some who are. We could get him to court as well, but he is an evil man. I do not wish to have necessarily another evil man. We are fighting for the cause of good, and it would cost me money. So for now, we'll make do with the 19 knights. That might reduce itself again, because right now this is dependent on the, court grandeur, which is above expected levels, but it's going to take 4 years until it reaches the baseline. So maybe we can maintain that, and that would bring us, if we look at France as a whole, that would give us more knights than King Benoit can bring to bear. But I don't think I know what they're capable of, and obviously his allies aren't helping either, because he can still bring a fair amount. We are, I think, looking, since we can't do anything about the east, we're looking at Aquitaine, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, we're the priest hater. So him we are looking into to see if we can find reason and a way to get to stop him from assisting France in the war against us. So that might be still something we can get away with. But for now, we do have to keep an eye on the war, and so far nobody appears to have raised their armies against one another just yet, or they are too far away and we're not actually seeing anything over here. I am sparring with one of my soldiers, sweat beading on my forehead, when I experience the uncanny sensation of being watched. Looking over my shoulder, I spot my vassal, Mayor Berard, who waves at me. I walk over to greet him. We talk about our weapon practice for a while, trading tricks and advice. Just as I am about to leave for another round, the mayor's face lights up and he suggests we practice together. Challenge accepted. I think we can probably take him. That would give me 100 martial lifestyle, so let's see how that works. And the sounds of axe clashing against sword echoes between the courtyard walls. All eyes are on us. Everyone wants to see their king fighting his vassal. The crowd applauds as I lunge, and their admiration makes me bold. Instead of pulling back, I attempt a new technique I have been practicing. The movements flow through me and into my axe as if it were one. The mayor is defenseless before me. Let it end here. Well fought. We don't want to beat him down. So absolutely well fought indeed. And still we have not seen any troop movements in the north, so we will see how that goes. We have managed to improve, however, the Pope's opinion of us. And maybe we can find ways to get the church, to get the Pope to see reason and the church to support the war of good versus evil in the French lands and supplant our war coffers a little bit. Okay, so it seems that they haven't met in battle, but the French are beginning to occupy the holdings in Burgundy. So we still have to wait and see if troops from the Holy Roman Empire will eventually make their way here. The war has been going on for a few months, but so far we are seeing siege and counter-siege, but no battle has been joined as of this point, and the French are still at high strength. And we also need to check what the Craven King's coffers are looking like. Yeah, they've still got a fair amount, so we will keep observing the situation. It seems relatively evenly matched, but I am waiting for the eventual battle to happen. The flower display is breathtaking, and since the peasants finished planting it in the garden, walks there have become far more popular. While the gift was anonymous, Gisela has gone to great length to make sure that I would figure out that she was behind it. You are married. What are you doing? You are the wife of Volkhard von Nassau, who is of the House of Nassau that has been allied with my family for generations. But I do gain a flower display, so, well, I take it. Battle has been met, and reports come in of a decisive victory for the French forces. Unfortunately, they haven't lost much of their fighting prowess, and the troops of the Kaiser have been beaten in the field and pushed back, which means we are it's not going to get any better. So we are going to begin our own preparations at this point. I will set a rally point. We have, I think, enough coin to sustain this for a bit, and we shall rally in the north at Clermont-sur-Allier, because there is a French army under Archon Renaud of Berry, and that we might be able to intercept. So that would be our first victory. And then it comes down to us being able to sustain this. Now the French coffers are draining, but ours will as well once we are at war. And obviously we have to bring in the Italians too. So let us begin the preparations. Messengers will be sent, and we will press our claim, as is described in our legend and is seen by the people of the land, on the kingdom of France. And as such, we shall declare war against evil and against King Benoit the Craven. So once more, battle shall be joined and troops shall be raised. And we will raise all armies. And I think overall command probably will go to Clotaire de Lagerie, who is the knight who recently married my sister Juliana. We do hope that he does not betray us, but the troops have been raised, and we are facing currently the Sardinian band of Arborea. I think this is a mercenary group, so we might get a strike. We've got two armies basically. One of them with infantry and cavalry, the other one mostly with archers and pikemen. I do wish the two to be joined, however we don't need that for sieges. So for now, against that band, I think we can take them as is. We should be able to bypass the area without too much trouble. We just can't bypass any fortifications, and as such we can, and we want to call our ally to war as well, King Jasbek the Just of Italy. So with that, the die have been cast, and the men are once more on the move. 7.9 is not bad. It's better than what the French king has. So and we may be able to convince the Pope. We may be able to convince the Pope that. To convince the Pope to fund our efforts a little bit here. All right, so these guys are moving. So what we probably want to do is carve a path towards Paris and get one army that is more mobile to chase down the enemy, while the other one is beginning the sieges, and to allow us to move our supply lines. Oh, we've got enemy armies. Actually, we've got a fair amount of enemy troops here. So in that case, we shall gather our forces, join our forces, and see if we can beat them out in the field. Now, Duke Herbert of Navarra has joined against us, so we will have to contend with with them as well. Navarra, I'm not even sure where that is at this point. Is it somewhere in the north? Well, we shall see. We shall see if we meet them in the field. But for now, I wish my troops to be joined, and then we shall march north. And yes, Lithuania has joined. We knew as much. So combine our armies. Can we? These are castles. So I'm not sure we can push. Not sure we can push here without. Oh, we can actually. Without running into attrition problems. So let us see. But okay, no, we can't, because there we would start attrition. So okay, we do need to take the castle. Let's take Bourbon. Let's besiege Bourbon and ensure that we are ensure that we're catching that we're running our supply lines correctly. Otherwise, we cannot chase down the enemy in any way. So now we are trying to carve a line north. Unfortunately, these sieges are taking a while, and that's why I was kind of hoping I could get the engineered for destruction done quicker. But we have to now keep a very keen eye out for any enemy forces that might be moving. Italy is moving to join us at this point, and the French armies should be in the east, east from here. So we will see. They're still obviously busy. They're still fighting. They're fighting. We're fighting multiple wars at this point. So they're still attacking the Holy Roman Empire, obviously. They're also technically fighting in Lithuania, and so is Lithuania itself. But with the French allies busy in Lithuania, we might have a good opportunity here to make our way north towards Paris and cut off the head of the snake. So for now, I'll be careful not to assault the forts. This is going to take a little longer, but in the end, okay, there's an enemy army. Maybe the Italians can take them, but we will. I do not wish to expend my men needlessly on assaults and fortifications. Now, if Italy could take out this army here, that would be grand. I don't think we can push there ourselves just yet. So we shall. Our hopes shall. Okay, they're all the French troops. So Italy must be careful, because the French armies are in the east, and as such will be as such will be busy still. Will be busy still counter sieging, but then once they're free, they might come and move against us. But we will see what Italy does, and if they can bring their troops over without too much trouble. One of my knights is scheming against Otakar. Yes, let him. Why is everybody hating Otakar so much? He does not get it. He's one of his rivals. Actually, that's not him. That's Godofred de Guyenne, and that is Jean Léon. He is a rival of someone else. Okay. For now, as our knights, we shall make the traitors be known. But as our knights move in battle, we don't necessarily have to do much in that regard. Now, Italy seems to have stopped there for now, and we are almost done with the siege, but we can't come to Italy's aid, unfortunately. Okay, we have won the siege and taken a prisoner, and a few people get the administrative court. The bigger problem now is that we are probably going to have to head east to join Italy, lest they be defeated. And be defeated in detail by the French troops. But first, let us deal with the prisoner and ransom him as is customary. And we have taken the siege. We have won the siege. But in order to move east to support Italy, given that that's where the French armies are, we may have to begin besieging the relatively well-fortified areas here in between, which is which is not. This is a relatively strong fortification line here. So if we were to take Viviers, that would give us an opportunity against the French, who have the superior cavalry. So we will move against Castle Viviers next to expand our lines east, and we shall see if good on the Italians not to go for the battle here. What do they have? What kind of troops do they have? They've got footmen, bowmen, and a decent amount of cavalry. What they are completely lacking is pikemen, which means they are in not a good position. That's probably why they're not attacking the French armies there. But France seems to be now joining forces. So the key, actually, we have the first army of Navarre over here that we may have to deal with. That is a few archers, a few horsemen. So we can probably detach some troops here. Okay, we can't reorganize while we're moving. So I might have to split off some forces, although I think there's not enough of them to actually besiege any of our holdings. We will see about that. When it comes to it, then we will deal with it. But troops are on the move, and war has broken out all over Europe. The big question is, can we make it to assist Italy, and can we prevent the French forces from wiping out the Italians first and then coming after us with superior numbers? So these areas here are going to be key in that regard. Now that we know where the French are, and that will be our defensive line, hopefully, against. Given that there is only one bridge in Montpellier, I think. I don't see any other bridges here. So if we can take these strong fortifications off them, even if they're coming around northwards, then we will be in a good defensive position here. So that's the first siege we're going to be doing.